Hello everybody, welcome to Game Show Studios live stream Family Feud tutorial. I'm Travis, in charge of Game Show Studio over on Etsy. Thanks for stopping in. Hunter, thanks for being the early bird, as you say, being the first one in the chat. Um, those of you that don't know, I just did a 45-minute live stream to no one because I went live in OBS. I did not go live on YouTube. So I did a full 45-minute tutorial live stream for no one's benefit. So I'm about to do it all over again. Those of you that were waiting for me, thanks for sticking around. Again, first time live stream, trying to get this out into the public. Still learning the ropes, so I think I might need to watch a couple more tutorials myself to get that figured out. But again, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you that are watching this later, thanks for pulling this up and learning how to use my Family Feud software that you can buy on the Etsy shop, which is etsy.com/shop/gameshowstudio. I've got 81 different pieces of software up there right now, including 5 solo games I just put up. But currently, Family Feud seems to be the hot ticket, and I've actually done about a dozen Zoom calls over the past couple of weeks with people with questions about how to properly use the software. And I figured now that the shop has been open officially 2 years, I now should start putting up some tutorial videos, and why not start with the biggest seller I've got, which is Family Feud. Especially this time of year, everybody's getting Family Feud ready for corporate events, family get-togethers, what have you. So let's get right into it, shall we? All right. So, oh no, that is my that's my YouTube Studio. There we go. So when you download the software, again, first time, folks. Sorry about this. When you download the software, this is what your folder is going to look like, largely. You'll have two PDF folders, two PDF files, one that is the operations guide, and one is the full rules Bible. So it basically spells out how to play the game. The control panel operation guide tells you how to operate the game. So one tells you how to operate, one tells you how to play. You'll have 3 .exe files if you've bought the PC version. You'll have 3 .swf files if you downloaded the Mac version. You'll get one notepad file that is slate.txt, which puts up your episode number, your VTR date, your air date, so it makes it look like an actual TV production. And then your games folder, which is where your game files are going to live. In that folder, I have one file already, which is Game 0. That's the example game that I send along. I believe recently I've thrown in a Game 1, which is just one example question because I was testing size of the new font on the survey board. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to do this. We're going to get rid of that because we're going to create a brand new file. So if you're new to the software and don't know exactly what it is, it's a game control, meaning it's not a full-fledged video game. You're not going to be answering questions yourself. You're not playing against the house or computer opponent. It's not like that. If you want something like that, that's the Super Nintendo Family Feud. I fully recommend that because of the weird answering hack. No, this is a game control, meaning this is for live events, for game nights, for podcasts if you want to do it that way. So what is included is just an example pack of questions to show you like file naming, file structure, where things go, how things communicate. That's it. What you would need to do is provide your own game material, which I have some cards out of the one of the home game boxes that we're going to make a couple of files right now. So in order to do that, you will need to start the Family Feud Builder.exe. We'll bold that up full screen so you can see exactly what's going on. The instructions on screen, pretty self-explanatory, but we'll go through one at a time. So again, we're going to compile using home game cards. And I got a couple of people in the chat right now, so let's do a little bit of playing along. Yeah, Hunter, if you've got a lot of Family Feud material lying around, this is probably the best way to use it. TPIR fan 2023 must say that you're... oh, thank you for loving the solo games. Those have been basically old code that I freshened up to equal the look of the big boy versions, and they work like a charm, so I figured I'd throw them in. All right, yeah, it's a lot different than the screenshots on the Etsy shop. I need to update all of my screenshots because Project Refreshment has been going on since about June or July, and it's kind of in the home stretch. I've only got about maybe 14, 15 to do before I get to the two big projects, which is Price is Right and the Game Show Machine, which is going to take a lot of freshening, probably about a month devoted to each one of those individually. So Hunter, thank you for bringing that up. So I'll get those updated just as soon as I can. More solo games, possibly. I've got a few on the docket, but that's for another day. So so let's go ahead and build a survey. This one is going to have 7 possible answers. So I'll click the 7. It opens up 7 blanks. And I'll go ahead and put the point values in because now that I actually have chat, I'm going to play along. 5, 4, and there's 19, 13, 11. Oh, 7, 5, and 4. 7, 5, and 4. Okay. So I got a couple of people in the chat right now. So here is your question. Name a lie people tell their doctors. No need to buzz. If you feel like you know the answer, just put it into chat. I'll see it. I'll see if you're right and where it goes on the board. I've already put the point values in so you know about how popular these answers are going to be. Again, the question is, name a lie people tell their doctors. And again, those of you that were hanging around earlier, thank you for sticking around and being in the chat, supporting the shop, doing everything. Hunter has says their weight. That is correct. That's the number 5, the 7-point answer. So we'll type that in the blank. So their weight, yes, that is a lie that people tell their doctor. 6 more answers left on the board. Who's got another answer? Or Hunter, if you think you got another one, feel free to chime in. If it's right, I'll throw it on the board because that's what we're doing. We're just making this a little bit more interactive. Their diet? Yeah, if eating right. So yeah, that is number 3. Playing games with chat. This is what all the big streamers do. So it's like, why not play the actual game that where it came from? So yeah, they've lied about their weight. They lied about if they're eating right. So their diet. You'll have to link me to those videos, Price Fan. I actually do want to see somebody playing along with the solo stuff. So I'm glad you're getting used to it. So that's great. Hunter, how about they say they don't smoke when they actually do? That's number 2. That's it, yeah. So also, as you can see, I can put punctuation in terms of this, like special punctuations like the quotation marks, the ampersands, plus sign, equal sign, and percent. It used to be a case that you couldn't put these in my builders, but I've actually figured out the hack, and you can put those in, and now the builder will find them, replace them with the specific ASCII characters that the program can read, and won't cause any hitch in the giddy up. If you put an ampersand in, the program will find it, put %26 in its place, and then when you open the file in the game, it will put up the correct ampersand. Still got 4 answers left. If you give me an answer that's not on the board, I'll reveal one that is, just to, so in case of a strike, it's just one fewer that you'll have on the board, because it's This isn't the game screen. This is the Builder program, so I have no way to award strikes outside of maybe showing the X card out of the game box. Let's see if I have them. Oh, I do. Here we go. I got props now. Exercise. They say they exercise, but they don't. No, that's actually not not that I have. So I'll put the number 7 answer on the board. It's I don't drink. So, and that is 1 strike. I do have props. So 3 answers left. The number 1 answer is still out there. The number 1, the number 4, and the number 6. Yeah, that's according to this survey, which is May 2018, so 5 years old. Exercise is not. Let's see. Nope. I had to read it a couple times just to make sure, because I'm like you, Hunter. I was surprised it wasn't there. Oh, you meant to put "don't drink." Well, that's the penalty for not giving it. I'm just gonna give it away. So weird penalty. Oh well. Either way, but still 3 answers out there. You put smoking when you meant to say drinking. You were basically right twice. So look at it that way. They've been drinking enough water. No, sorry. So the number 6 answer is taking their medication. So 1 strike left on this board. There's still 2 answers. Number 1 is still up there. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I'm eating right, their weight, their medication. What else would they lie about at their doctor's? Their age. Nah, I'm going to clear this board. Hard to lie about your age when you have to present insurance information. I get it, but no, age is not up here. Their pain level, because I've even done it myself at the doctor's office. I've tried to say, no, I'm not in that much pain when I am in an excruciating amount of pain. So their pain level is something they lie about. And then the number 1 answer is, I feel fine. Okay, why are you here? If you feel fine, why are you at the doctor? Okay, so this is how to construct a survey board. All 7 answers are up. All their point values go in the gold box. And then for this one, we'll keep it at a value multiplier of 1. So it defaults to 1, so it would click single to reset it. And then click compile survey, which you actually can't see because of my head. So click compile survey, creates the code sample. This will go into a TXT file, which is in Notepad. If you're on Mac, it will go into, the app is called Text Edit. And then what Text Edit does is it defaults to rich text format. So that is in the format pull-down menu, and the option is make plain text, because you want to save it as a .txt, not a .rtf. The rich text format will not work. You actually need it as a txt. So if you're on a PC, it's Notepad. If you're on a Mac, it is text edit and then change it to plain text before you paste it in. So with Notepad open, I'll go back to the builder, click in the text box, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and then in the Notepad file, Control V, paste it in, and then we'll save it. But where are we going to save it? So we are going to save it back where game 0 is, but not in that folder specifically. So we only have the game 0 folder. We're going to create a new game file. This one will be game 1. So file name standards is capital G AME and then the number. So in this case it'd be game 1. No space between the word game and whatever the number is, and then the number can actually be anything. It can be digit, it can be a word. So if you want to name it like game Chevy, if you work for Chevrolet and you want to play a Chevy themed game, so you'd be game Chevy, and I'll explain that later and how to pull that up. So the game file is created, or the game folder is created, and then we want to save that file as Q, capital Q, and then the number of the question. So in this case it's Q1. It'll be the first question played in this stack. Save it. We're good to go. Okay. Now let's do like a full. Let's do like 3 questions for this game, shall we? All right. So this question we're going to make double value. So we're going to click double. See the value multiplier goes to 2. This one has 6 answers in it, and I'll put the values in. And 2, 5 points, and a 3. So those of you who are paying attention, I'm able to tab in between the answer blank and the point value sequentially throughout the board. So it just makes entering all these values a little bit quicker. You can just type something in, hit tab, type in its value, tab down to the next line, and keep going until everything's filled in. All right, so this is 6 answers on the board. Point values are doubled. Name something the family takes turns using. Name something the family takes turns using. Let me put that up to... There we go. Name something the family takes turns using. The phone. That is number 3. Yeah, those of you that still have landlines, phone is on the board. The bathroom. There's your number 1 answer, Hunter. You got the number 1. So bathroom is, yeah, family does take a family does take turns using the bathroom. I mean, it's fair. There are still people that do use landlines. I used a landline up until 2017 when I moved out of that apartment, and then I was cell phone only at that point. Landline's still at the shop where I work, but yeah, cell phone on my house phone is on me at all times. The refrigerator. No, that is strike 1 for that one. So that means I'm going to put up answer number 6, which sort of correlates with the bathroom. They take turns using the soap. Price Fan 2023, is it okay if I can do gameplay of your solo games? Absolutely. I have no qualms about that one way or the other. If you want to do it, absolutely do it. Just make sure to, tag my socials, tag my shop. That's all you got to do. And then do whatever you like with the solo games. All right, 1 strike left, 1 strike out on this board. Still 3 answers left. Number 2, number 4, number 5. Name something the family takes turns using. The TV is up there, yeah. It is actually the TV or the remote. So basically all the same thing, because one is the TV, one operates the TV. So yeah, they're both going to be answer 5. So 2 answers left. Number 2, number 4. And thanks to the new viewers that just jumped in, I got 4 total at this point. So again, those of you that just jumped in, we're basically doing a tutorial about how to use the software purchasable on the Etsy shop. Hunter says computer. That's number 4. So you've almost cleaned the board. You got 1 left. Name something the family takes turns using. 1 left. 20 people said it. Not the Xbox. Unfortunately, no. And it is the last answer, so I got to give it away. It's the car. Families take turns using the car. Or at least have to ask permission. So, 6 answers on the board. 6 values. Bathroom at 50. Car at 20. Phone at 9. Computer at 5. TV remote at 5. Soap at 3. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to compile. We're going to select all. Now in this state, you'll notice that everything is in lowercase. The font doesn't. The font is okay with that because the font is all caps all the time. So you can put anything in lowercase and it will still pump through normally. So this will get saved as Q2 and dumped in, and then we'll do one more. This one's going to be triple value, and let's find a good one. I pulled out 4, but let's do, yeah, there we go. All right, so this one's going to be 4 answers on the board. 45, 31, 12, and 7. Here is the question. Speaking of cars, for what specific reason did you get your last traffic ticket? For what specific reason did you get your last traffic ticket? 4 answers, 45, 31, 12, and 7. Speeding, that is number 1 for 45. Come to think of it, I'm going to make this 3 answers. So this last one will be worth 19 because the number 3 and the number 4 answer are so close together to be similar. I'm going to make them the same answer. So 3 answers on this one. Let's see. What reason did you get your last traffic ticket? Wearing your seatbelt. No, that is not there. But I'm not going to reveal an answer until you get the 3rd strike because there are a lot of options here. What specific reason did you get your last traffic ticket? Speeding is up there. Seatbelt is not. Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are, Hunter, but by rules of the show, 2 people have to say it for it to appear on a survey, and if only one person said seatbelt, wasn't going to happen. Running a red light, that is why I combined them. This is red light or stop sign. So, yeah, those are both together for 19. So that is the 3rd answer, but there is one more. So also you can see the blanks will accommodate any length of answer. So running red light stop sign normally really long and wouldn't fit, but you saw the text kind of squeeze it in to where it needed to be. That is part of the refreshment that I did on all the software was, if I've got an answer blank, especially with name tags as well in a lot of the games, well, your name might be a little bit long, especially using last names in Family Feud. Let's squeeze it to where it can instead of just having one length. So, so that is sort of a new addition in Family Feud and in Bullseye, based on the refreshment. So one answer left on this question. Speeding is up there. Running red light stop sign. Said illegal illegal U-turn. No, strike 2. Still not there. One strike left. For what specific reason did you get your last traffic ticket? So not illegal U-turn, not seat belts. Trust me, I'm as surprised as you are, especially after reading this card. And I've been looking at this card for like the last hour or so when I pulled it out of the box to actually put on this board. Crashing into another car? No. Strike 3. Be a hell of a ticket. That's for sure. But not an accident. No, this is, and I specifically said, specific reason why you got your last traffic ticket, because the number 2 answer is parking. So your last traffic ticket was a parking ticket. So 3 answers: speeding, parking, running red light stop sign, 45, 31, and 19. This survey is complete. So we'll compile it. We'll select it all. We'll put it into Notepad. We'll save it. This goes as Q3. Now in terms of casing of letters, the Q when you save the question files does have to be capitalized. I believe it's not case sensitive. I don't want to chance it. So capital Q and then the question number, that saves it entirely. So we'll close all of these out. I do like this new feature that Notepad does where it gives me tabs. All right, so the builder's done. And now we're going to see if it runs. So let's, this is how to now operate the actual game software. So we'll go through this kind of step by step. So the first thing you need to play the game is both program files. One is the control panel, which is this gray screen, the biggest portion. I have it bigger because we'll need to follow along in here. The other one is the game screen. That's the screen that your audience is going to see, your audience, your contestants, for this. So you will need basically a 2-screen setup. You'll have to have it in extended desktop mode. If you're on PC, it's extended desktop. Mac, I'm not sure what the terminology is, but as long as you have an external display, be it just another computer monitor, if you connect to your TV via HDMI, if you connect to a projector, if you're in a larger venue, that would be the way to have your audience see the game screen and your operator only seeing their screen. So first thing you do is you type in the family names, and we're going to go kind of classic on this one, so we'll go Hatfield and McCoy. Game pack number, so the example I send is game 0, the one we just created is game 1. It's not looking for the word game, it's just looking for that number. So in case, we'll just put in 1. So if you have anything else after the word game, like a word, like I said, game Chevy earlier, you would put that in. Anything that follows the word game is your game pack number. And then your winning score, traditionally the winning score in Family Feud is 300 points. This is here to basically set the marker for when a team crosses that magic number. It plays the win music instead of just the round score music, signifies the winner of the game. So we'll keep it traditional. We'll go 300 points. Once all this information is in, your 2 family names, your game pack number, and your winning score, you click Set Info, and you'll see on the game screen the number 1 popped in where it says Game Pack on the slate. And I'll show you how to change all the slate information momentarily. So once that number pops in, you can see that they are communicating, and then you click Front Game and move into actual gameplay. So it's set up to basically run like the actual show. So I have main intro theme music here. I'm not going to play it because it's far too long and I don't want to get hit. So that is a long enough cut of music so you can introduce both teams and introduce your host. It's about between 30 and 40 seconds. I want to say about 37, 38 seconds. It will fade out, or not fade out, it will cut automatically once it gets to a certain point. And then once that happens, you're ready to start gameplay. And to bring in your first question and bring in any question, it's these 3 buttons in sequence. So first, stop sounds, clear lights, which will cut any music happening, any sound effects, and will set the board lights back to neutral. So instead of chasing like they were at the top of the show, it'll reset them back to neutral. Then you'll load new answers, which you see all the answers populate on the control panel side. Here's a little hack that I forgot I programmed in. If you're just running the control panel, it won't work. You have to have both programs running at the same time, because the way I programmed it, when you click Load New Answers, it tells the game screen to load the answers, gets them ready, and then reports back to the control panel saying these are the 7 answers you need to put up. So once both screens are up, you click Load New Answers. If you see all of your answers for question 1 pop up, you know you're in good stead. And then Roll Board, which will bring in the board and play the music cue so you can escort your players to the face-off. So we'll click Roll Board. So it sees 7 answers, put 7 answers on the board, we're ready to go. Now we got to do the face-off, which if you click Show Clear Face-Off, brings up your face-off podium. Now for this, if you have USB buzzers, great. It needs to produce the Shift 1 or the exclamation point keystroke and Shift 2 or the @ symbol keystroke to actuate the buzzers. If you don't have USB buzzers, each player box has the word buzz on it, which will trigger it for you, or you can hit the keystrokes yourself, Shift 1 or Shift 2. I actually had a customer the other day recommend, if they don't have USB buzzers, can they just use first to grab a water bottle? Absolutely. That sounds crazy. I'd like to actually see this happen. So the face-off isn't necessary for game operation. If you want to keep it true to the actual show, yes, absolutely use the face-off. In terms of USB buzzers, I have 3 other Etsy shops I've listed in my FAQ that produce USB connectable buttons that they will program to the necessary keystrokes needed for gameplay. So we'll keep this up. So in yes, joy to key and buzz buzzers, absolutely, Hunter. That's what I started off with, and until I started building my own. All right. So in terms of the face-off, you have the face-off podium up. One team will buzz in, say the Hatfields. They'll give their answer. You'll clear the face-off to go back to the board, and they'll give an answer that's not there. So you'll click face-off strike. That just puts up the center strike on the board, and doesn't award a countable strike, just the one for decoration. So it passes to the McCoys. Lie, they tell their doctor, well, I feel fine. So they got the number 1 answer. When they give an answer, click it to reveal it. You'll see it will clear off of the control panel, meaning that's not a valid answer anymore. And then because they gave the number 1 answer, you'll click number 1 answer to sound the bells. So 30 points in the bank so far. We'll put up a couple more. Put up the last one. So let's say they get to a point where they get a strike. So you hit the plus sign next to the strike. That awards the first one. And you see on the game screen the 3 dots above the bank tells the host how many strikes the team has. If you have awarded a strike and you shouldn't have, you can hit the minus sign and it actually takes it away. But let's put that one back in play first. And then they lie about their weight, yeah. But they not exercise. and then let's give them the third strike. So now at this point, the bank is frozen. $65 in the bank. Nothing else can be added to it. Like if another answer is revealed, those points will not add in. So it gives the chance, the McCoy's chance to... No, sorry, Hatfield's chance to steal. Forgot how this game was going. So they'll give an answer, or they'll be prompted to give an answer by the host, and then to sound the little buzzers, need an answer. So when the host says need an answer, hit that. Sounds the buzzers, prompting them to say, okay, time, I need an answer. If they do give an answer, we'll reveal it, and then the bank gets deposited. So if they do manage to steal, you'll click deposit bank on the team who actually gets the bank, whether it be the team in control or the team that stole. And then you'll just click any remaining answers to reveal them. And then we'll go through this sequence one more time to get to the next question. So basically at this point the game is kind of rinse and repeat. So it's, roll the board, do the face-off, put up the answers. So this one is worth double points. And then the McCoys get this one for 184. And we've got one question left. So we'll stop. We'll load new. You see this long answer now fits in the blank with no problem. And we'll roll the board. Now you see it's triple value. So we've got triple in the middle here on the control panel, triple on the wings on the board on the game screen. Let's put up that one. So yeah, it does fit. Looks a little tight, but it does fit. And then parking, and then speeding, and that's enough for either team to win. So Hatfield's crossed 300 points, so it will trigger the win music, signifying them as the winner. Game is over at this point. Now it's time to get into Fast Money. So click Fast Money, brings you to that screen. Now the difference between Fast Money and the main game is you're not building the Fast Money surveys in the builder, because those answers will not appear on screen. The only answers that you'll see are the answers that the player is giving. So the full answer sheet should be given to your operator, so that way they can see what answers go where, or what answers are valued at what amount per question. So I am just going to pull. Is it 5? That's fine. So let's kind of do this basically in real time, but not really in real time, because the chat's a little bit laggy, which is fine. So the game is set up for basically current Fast Money rules with a 20 and a 25 second clock, but you can put in any time you want, so long as it's 2 digits, by typing in that specific time and then clicking this set XX clock, which you can put 45 seconds, you can put 60 seconds, sort of kind of gauge your audience to see how long they want to take. If you want to do 15 and 20, you can just put the 15 in and then do the set 20. But we'll do this one for 45 seconds. I have 5 questions here, and then we'll play along with chat again. And here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to run the clock because, again, it's going to be a little bit laggy between me and chat. But we'll see how this goes. So Hunter and chat, if you would like to put your thinking caps on. I've got 5 questions here. Time will not start until I finish reading the first question, meaning time will not start at all. All right, here we go. Name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. Name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. Just give me one answer. Well, if you're good at Fast Money, Hunter, now is your time to prove it. Going to work. Okay. So we'll shorten that. So every answer blank has an 11 character limit because the only 11 characters will show up on the board at any one time. Second question, name a reason Grandma might take out her false teeth. Name a reason Grandma might take out her false teeth. To go to bed. I'll shorten that to bedtime. Third question, name something specific everyone complains about. Name something specific everyone complains about. Their job. All right, fourth question. Name a holiday when a lot of stores are closed. A holiday when a lot of stores are closed. Christmas. That fits the 11 character limit. And final question, name something people should not leave in parked cars. Name something people should not leave in parked cars. Dog. Perfect. Okay, so once all 5 answers are in, the clock would normally be going, so I'll run off a little bit of the clock so you can see the clock will count down normally. Once all 5 answers have been entered, click Set Player 1 Answers. You'll hear the bells, and then your operator, having all the questions and all the answers in front of them, will go through and enter the point values. So we did some really good things on this one. So actually I'm going to short that a little bit. So there's that one. To go to bed, that's 30. Work is 8. Christmas is 58. And then their dog is that. Okay, so host pattern. I'll just run through it normally. So question 1, name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. You said work. Survey said 46. So it is click the red answer to reveal what they said. Click the green button to reveal how much it's worth. Name a reason Grandma might take out her false teeth. You said bedtime. Survey said 30. Very good. So you're at 76. Name something specific everyone complains about. You said their job. Survey said only 8. Only 8 on that one. All right. Name a holiday when a lot of stores are closed. You said Christmas. That's fair enough. Survey said 58. Very good. And then finally, name something people should not leave in parked cars. You said their dogs. Survey said 9. We'll cover up those answers by hitting clear player 1 answers. So those will get covered up. The partner of the person playing will come out, face away from the board, and as the host is explaining the rules, you say if you give an answer that's already there, you'll hear this. 2 quick beeps, basically hitting duplicate answer. That sounds those. And then we'll show the answers back with their back to the board. So click clear reveal again, runs through the sequence, puts the total on the other side, and then a new time amount goes in. All right, so Hunter, we'll go through this again. You got some real good answers, but there are still answers up there, and you're 49 points away from a win. So let's try this one more time. Name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. said, going to work the first time. Give me something else. School. All right. And again, with these, you can tab blank to blank just to make it a little faster. Second question. Name a reason Grandma might take out her false teeth. All right. Name something specific everyone complains about. Apparently I have to sign back into live chat, so let's do that. Okay. All right, so let's follow along in another venue. Here we go. Let's see, the weather. That's not a bad answer. Let me move this over here so I can see it now. All right, the weather. All right, next question. Name a holiday when a lot of stores are closed. C3PO626, thank you for the kind words, much appreciated. I am definitely in good health and happiness, and I appreciate the notice. Thank you so much. Thanksgiving, that's not a bad answer. I don't think so. Okay, so Thanksgiving is actually, I'm glad you said that, Hunter. Thanksgiving is too long to put in the blank. So we're going to shorten it a little bit, and we're going to go... We're going to take out all the vowels, basically. And then final question, Hunter. Name something people should not leave in parked cars. They're children. The kids. So we'll set player 2's answers just like that. I'm going to try to move this off to the side so I can kind of keep an eye on chat at the same time. Okay, great. All right, so We asked, name something you might get out of by pretending to be sick. You said school. Survey said 9. Work was the number one answer. Second question, name a reason Grandma might take out her false teeth. You said to clean them. Survey said 35. That was the number one answer. All right, you need 5 points. Third question, name something specific everyone complains about. You said the weather. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I'm very glad I did that, and I'll tell you why. So that should be at 195. So that'll go into the bank. Now, it's already triggered the win, but it went to NN because I didn't have anything in that score box. So it read it, oh, it's not a number. Well, I need a number in there, and now it will trigger normally. So things are easily messed up. As you can see, I've done it, but it's easily fixed. So if you go into the totalizator, type in whatever the bank was at, or click 0 first to reset it to a numeral, and then type in whatever the bank was at and click add, the bank will get reset. Unfortunately, the lights and the winners will not reset. And then you can go back in and continue playing as normal. So on the rest of them, we'll name something specific everyone complains about. Money was number one answer. A holiday where stores are closed. Christmas was number 1. And something people shouldn't leave in parked cars. Money was number 1 on that one, too. Kids was 2, and animals, their dog was 4. So money was number 1 on 2 of these. But, hey, 216. That's, yeah, you were going to win anyway with those answers. So, let's see. Thanksgiving was 8 to 224. Kids was 27, 224 and 27. So, yeah, 251. You were way clear. So, that's how to operate Family Feud. It's once you get into it, the rhythm is kind of there, and I try to make things easy where you can just sort of tab. If you're entering information, you can tab between blanks, so that we don't have to constantly keep going back to your mouse and clicking. You can just tab in between the necessary blanks in the right order. So to go to a new game, you click Game Info, brings you right back to the home screen. So that's base Family Feud. Now, I did say that I was going to do the tutorial on Bullseye Edition Family Feud, which is largely the same. The only difference is the builders changed and the game adds the bullseye round. So it's largely the same. So I'll go into the builder program for this one. As you can see, it's got the different color scheme to match the Raycomb set, so the blue and gold. And then we'll compile the survey just as, but it'll come up blank because we didn't put anything in. But for the bullseye round, gives you 5 blanks, so you're just putting in the number 1 answer for each question. And then you'd compile the bullseye, copy and paste everything into a new text file that is called bullseye.txt. So I'll actually show you that. I have one already created. So in game 0, there is bullseye.txt, and it's literally just those 5 answers. So not dissimilar from creating a survey, just a lot faster because you're only entering 5 answers. So let's go into, let me come back full screen so that way I can put up the new software for the Bullseye variant. Come back here. Beautiful. All right. So on this one, we'll put in game pack 0 and winning scores 300. And again, all this is tabbable. It's just those 4 blanks. Just tab through to hit each one. We'll click set info. Game 0 will pop in. The biggest difference here is now you have a full show open screen. That you can just play the theme. There's no scoreboards. There's no anything like that. It just goes right into main intro because your next step is going to be the bullseye round. C3, I've actually been thinking about putting in the jackpot display in Scrabble. It's a little bit of work, especially since I don't have the clean sound effect, because I would like to do both at the same time. If I can get a clean copy of the Scrabble bonus sprint win sound effect, I'll be happy to put in the jackpot Chiron. So trust me, it's been on my radar. I just haven't done it yet, mainly because I don't want to do it without the correct sound effect. Okay, so for Family Feud Bullseye, you'll come to this screen first after the show opened, because Bullseye was the next step in line. You'll click Bullseye Game. That loads in your 5 answers and stocks the banks at $5,000 per team. Now, to play each question, click the dollar value first. You'll see it highlight on the game screen in the middle where it should be. And then on the control panel, it'll be here, meaning that's your active question. That's the active value being played. Once they give their answer, click it, highlights, sounds the bell, and then you add the bank to the correct team. Then we'll clear it, and then go to the second one. Now, if they buzz in and get it wrong, hit the strike, puts the strike in, just like normal, and then if they do get it, click it, add it. And then for Bullseye Buzz, that's what triggers the face-off lights. So you're good there. And then 3. Clear that. Let's see, we'll buzz that side. That looks good. Clear that one, because I just did that one, so 4,000. Honestly, don't even remember what the questions are. I just know I just put in 5 answers that I thought worked. I think I actually watched an episode. I just can't even remember at this point. We'll do that. And then the last one. All right, so both teams have their bank set. And then from here, game operation is the same. Everything else is identical between this version and the classic Dawson version. So if you know how to run one, you know how to run them both. They both operate the same. As I said, the only difference is the Bullseye round is just those 5 answers, but as you can see, the operation for it is very simplistic. And then everything is also spelled out in the operations PDF, so that way, in case you have any questions, that spells out everything you need to know for the operation for the game. And then the rules Bible also gives how to actually play the game, so you can give the rules to your players as you go. All right, that's about all I've got. So again, that's how to run both Family Feud and Family Feud Bullseye Edition. If you're watching this on replay, thanks for stopping by. Hope you've checked out the shop and seen some kind of cool things you want to get. Those of you who are watching live, Hunter, C3, thank you for stopping in, playing along with me. Hopefully I'll do more of these live tutorials probably after the first of the year. But until then, thanks for playing, and have a great rest of your day and holiday season. Bye.